also know.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the New York Knicks going up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, the first half of the season has not been kind to them, and unfortunately, with their play lately, they're not exactly giving off the vibe that they're ready to turn things around. And tonight we'll be watching Nick Vucevic do his thing. Vuce, one of the better big men in the league at putting the ball on the floor and attacking the rim. Just how beneficial is that for a big man to have in their skill set, big man?
Well, first of all, anybody with a Vic in their last name is a heck of a player.
Why is that?
Stojakovic, Petrovic, and my favorite, O'Nealovic.
What about Maravich?
Oh, don't forget Maravich. Good job, Kenny. But this coach, he lets Vucevic play out on the high post more often, and he has a very quick first step. I love Vucevic.
Well, he creates a lot of mismatches because of the mid-range game that he has. For a big guy to get in that mid-range area, attacks the rim, he is tough to guard.
And that'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. That was awesome. Thanks for joining us.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
On the road and hungry for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Orlando Magic are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Orlando coming out with the win against the Knicks.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnover.
And that really was the difference. I mean, it requires a ton of energy to play that harassing style. It'll be interesting to see if they can do it again tonight.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Kristaps Porzingis was taken with the 4th pick in 2015, and he was considered a project then. But he's shown himself ready, and part of that has been his mentality. He said, "They thought I was afraid, but that's not who I am. I'll never back down from anybody. If I want to succeed, I can't be scared of anybody. I've got to be fearless out there on the court." Kevin?
Thanks, G.A. And what's scary is Porzingis is only going to get better. That kind of fearlessness will help him in the long run. For a young player, Clark, it's adjusting to the speed of the NBA and the length of the schedule. So how do you power through that rookie wall? How do you survive that?
Well, there's no magic formula, Kevin. You just have to stay the course because it comes in different times for different players. For me, it was after about 60 games. I was a starter playing 34, 35 minutes a game. So it was a combination of fatigue and just getting used to 2.5 times more games than I had ever played in my career. So you fight through it, stay with your habits, stay with your preparation, and eventually you find your legs.
It'll be the Knicks off the tip. A look at the Magic starting group. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. The big men are Gordon and Vucevic, and it's Simmons in at the 3 spot. Now here's Payton following the miss by Porzingis, and the foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Payton outside, and they double up Payton. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Simmons sets a screen for Fournier.
Well, that was a quick foul for him there. The refs are certainly calling it close.
Knicks on defense. To the inside. And Cantor pulls it down. And it's the Knicks with the ball. They come in fresh. Whoa!
Hey! Watch out now. Watch out.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
A circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Now here's Payton. He's coming off a 10-point game against Golden State. Simmons with it. He's picked up by Lee. Gordon. Outside for Simmons. Orlando moving the ball around. Payton, good.
Really enjoy seeing Payton concentrate at the level he does. I mean, he's used to getting bodied on some of his shots.
Here's Lee. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Magic have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. That's tipped. Here's Simmons. It's rebounded by New York. And now the Knicks on the break. Porzingis has got the ball. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. There's the call. It's a foul on Orlando.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in the gym range, if anybody has that.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. You know, not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
Now here's Payton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. For 3, Fournier. Offensive rebound.
They're cold so far, only 1 for 5 to begin this one.
Here's Hardaway. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
Well, you know, Greg, they can count on him to get buckets. I mean, he's getting the ball because he's very efficient when he has it.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Boy, it's a thing of beauty watching him attack the defense like that. I mean, they wanted no part of him on that layup. Tell you what, it does not matter who's shooting. The defense has got to be better at getting a hand up on long-range shooters. You've got to challenge the shot.
Simmons against Lee. Gordon with no one around. Misses the 3.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Porzingis. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
The Magic trail by 5. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis, the fast break chance, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
And it's Gordon, that time on the assist by Payton. Gordon's got 5 points so far.
Great job getting to the right spot on the court. Beautiful passing all the way around.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Payton kicks to Simmons. Doubled by Lee. Tipped away. Hardaway with the steal. All alone.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And the Knicks good for 2.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, they gave up in that one. The defense constantly breaking down way too many times.
Yep, and that's not a winning performance. I mean, you got to tighten up the defense moving forward if you're going to get some W's.
And the Magic benefiting from multiple first-round picks this summer. They needed the help.
Yeah, they did, and they need a big hit in the draft. I mean, they've lacked star talent, and we know this is a talent-driven league. Either you develop stars or you pull them into your fold. They've got to find some difference makers. There's no doubt about that.
Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Knicks.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Payton dishes to Fournier. Lets it go with a 3. The Magic again can't hit.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay. And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard, Jr. not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Hardaway hits them both. The Magic trail by 13. Payton kicks to Vucevic, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, you know, as the NBA continues to change, Nikola Vucevic is an interesting case study. He's got the skill level for today's game, but the question is, does he have the mobility? He's not that quick of foot, and that's been problematic for him.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And more than ever before, the NBA requires big men to cover a lot of ground. Vucevic looking to keep up.
Yeah, Vucevic, I think, is really a terrific rebounder and passer, and you can see all of his positives. He can score on the block and make the three-point shot. I think it's just a matter of him consistently tying all of that together.
they've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Gordon with a screen on Cantor. Fournier gets a wide open look. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Fournier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Clearly in great rhythm. They've got it going on, I mean, in a big way. Excellent job at establishing a huge lead early on.
Here are the Magic now, following the score by New York. Payton passes to Gordon. And a miss there on the triple.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
And it's put back in by Vucevic.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic, I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Now here's Porzingis. 8 points for him. Great D that time from Vucevic.
You must make that one. Even with the defense present, these are shots you have to finish.
Porzingis with the steal, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
And how about the numbers here for Gordon? Averaging about 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you know, pretty terrific numbers across the board.
Yeah, so many books in his library, he lights up the scoreboard on a nightly basis.
And they double up Payton. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Cantor. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers with the hustle stats for the Knicks.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a... aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Tone setting, that's what I call it. Grabbing this one by the throat early on and then squeezing it hard.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And Fournier has been an absolutely lights-out long-distance shooter. Every season he's been in the league.
Here's Cantor. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Ntilikina, he's checked in for the Knicks. Then for the Magic. Biyombo, he's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Fournier. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Elfrid Payton. The Knicks leading by 14. Now off the inbound. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from. Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Yeah, there's no reason why they should be scoring at will down there easily as they have. I mean, they've got to be more aggressive inside.
For the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Enes Kanter. And it's Doug McDermott in for Courtney Lee. Now here is Augustine. He's guarded closely. He feeds it to Simmons. Combo dishes to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose.
And simply put, the turnovers have been the story here in the first half.
Yeah, they've been trying to do things outside of what they can do, playing outside of themselves, and that's resulted in a lot of costly mistakes.
The Magic trail by 18. Augustine with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Golden State. And a quick look now at the NBA scoring leaders. 5th, Porzingis.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
Hezonja kicks to Gordon. Hits the three-point bomb. Gordon's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Magic.
Well, you can't let Gordon have room from outside. I mean, he's more than capable of knocking down those perimeter shots.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Well, I tell you what, Greg, their offense has really been productive this half, and I absolutely love the shots they've taken so far.
Here's McDermott, and he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 19.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Hezonja, the pass to Gordon. 6 to shoot. And O'Quinn slams it in.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Here's the break. Here's Ntilikina.
That's how you attack. Wow.
Oh, man. my. Boy, it's good to see Ntilikina locked in on defense. I mean, solid at prying the ball away with that reach of his.
And they're moving it up. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, I like the feel Ntilikina showed there. I mean, nice sense of where he was and what was available.
Here's Simmons. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's McDermott. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
And there's the feed to Biyombo. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Biyombo's got his first 2 points.
And Biyombo is highly effective down low. Knows where to post up in the paint.
Now here is Augustine. D right on him. It's his first trip to the line.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line, and when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
You know, he's been one of those players they've wanted on the line as much as possible this season, especially in close games, guys.
And that one misses. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
And the second free throw, good.
You know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it. Sessions doing a nice job that time.
Guys, we've seen a lot of turnovers in this one.
Yeah, focus. Just make the simple play.
And Michael Beasley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Magic shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one drops. And for the young players on the Magic, how much tougher is it to develop when a team is continually changing their coaching staff?
Well, Kevin, we've seen it. I mean, when you have multiple turnover, particularly in key front office or coaching positions, that's very difficult for the players. It's disorienting. 4 different coaches in the last 3 years. At some point, you have to set your anchor and sail accordingly.
They get a hand on it. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And so here's Orlando. Here's Azania. Oh, good on the triple. Here's O'Quinn, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. DJ Augustine picks one up.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And change was needed badly for the Knicks, and they did that starting with the front office.
Yeah, Knicks fans can have a dire outlook at times, but the team still has a solid foundation. It will take some time for the team to become a true contender again, but having players not be at odds with the front office, definitely a good start.
Simmons dishes to Augustine. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And Sessions with a clear path to the hoop. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kill, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Here's Azania. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Off the inbound pass. And so it's the New York Knicks finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
Playing smart in this first period. Credit their unselfish play.
Yeah, and you know, that cohesion is really impressive, Greg. I mean, they know how to get each other going and feed off of each other, and that's crucial.
So it's Orlando now. Doug McDermott is out there with Beasley. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Ramon Sessions. And it's Ntilikina in at the 2. They're the group New York will start the second with. And another turnover for the Knicks. And a fast break now for the Knicks. Finished off the break. Ntilikina's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for New York.
And aggressive defense causing the mistake, then cashing in.
Yeah, that's a momentum changer for sure. You got to like the steal and the finish at the other end. That's the thing, paying that steal off with the finish.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
The Knicks shooting the lights out in this one, 77%. Sessions against Augustine. And it's Biyombo with the rebound. Now here is Augustine. Pass to Simmons. 14 feet away. Connects. The jumper drops.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Here's Ntilikina. It's deflected. And now Orlando on the break. Augustine with the ball. Simmons on the wing. Drills it from outside. Simmons got 5.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, the Orlando Magic do have a stacked front court. They've got plenty of size. Head coach Frank Vogel said, in today's small ball NBA, we think we can beat the heck out of teams in the paint. But shooting has been a hindrance, and he conceded might have to win some games, 68-65. Kevin?
Going against the grain, D.A. Thank you. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Now, in a moment here, let's check out the numbers for O'Quinn. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up 6 points a night, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Enes Kanter comes in for Kyle O'Quinn. And it's Lee in for Doug McDermott. Then for the Magic, Vucevic checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Fournier comes in for Simmons. And it's Payton in for Augustine. Pick by Vucevic. And Kanter over to help. Hezonja kicks to Payton. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Here's Kanter, and he uses the glass on the way. Clark, when you look back at all the coaching you received and all the coaches that you've covered, what allows a coach to have a team buy into what he wants to do?
I think there are a couple of things there, Kevin. One is authenticity, being who you are as a man and a coach. Whatever your personality is, whatever your hallmark pillars are as a coach, the things that you don't allow to be negotiated, staying true to that. But authenticity is huge. And then adaptability, being able to be flexible within your authenticity. Those things, to me, give you the most credibility as a coach and give you a chance to one, be enjoyable to play for and also successful.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Ntilikina. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. You look at Lee, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
The Magic trail by 21. And Vucevic kicks to Hezonja. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. It's out of bounds. They are saying it was last touch by Lee. The Magic have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And they double up Payton. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Payton. The pass to Vucevic. Spates sets a screen. Shot clock at 5. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Payton. Payton's got 5 assists in the game. Lee passes to Kanter. Shoots over Vucevic. New York, no good that time either. The Magic trail by 19. And they double up Payton. Pass to Vucevic. That shot, no good. The Knicks go the other way with it. Up next for them is the Pacers in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Orlando with the ball. Inside. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Man, like the way Vucevic, after contact, continues to work through and concentrate on the bucket. That's a credit to his body control.
Shooting one.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
Back to Payton. Got a piece of it. Lee with the steal. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Kanter. 3rd in shooting percentage, 10th in rebounding, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And it's a strong accomplishment. 3rd best in field goal percentage. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why his coaches love him. And Hezonja gets it to go.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And that one is good by Beasley.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Yeah, and you can tell they feel like they can get inside whenever they want to. I mean, it's been carte blanche, full menu for them, and the defense really not offering any resistance.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
No expiration date on their legs. They just seem to be fresher, and they're putting those fresh legs to good use.
Over to the left wing. Payton kicks to Vucevic. Jack with the rebound.
The defense did not do a good job guarding that one, Kevin. Don't know how he missed that layup.
Count that one.
Boy, I tell you what, nice work offensively. Jack making the right read there.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to Hezonja from the arc. Knicks with the rebound. Here's Lee. Another shot, and it's good on the way in. Jack's got his first basket.
Nice work inside by Jack. He loves getting as close to the basket as possible.
Payton dishes to Vucevic. Spates sets a screen. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And they double up Payton. And the foul on Jarrett Jack. That's foul number 2 for him.
Aggressiveness is fine, but you can't be this over-aggressive. I think he's got to dial it back some. They need him on the floor.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Sessions. And a switcher also for Orlando. Gordon's checked in. Payton kicks to Gordon. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Gordon. And again, unable to change momentum here. And now in transition is Jack. Here we go. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Orlando.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
And looking at the career of Courtney Lee, has hopped around from team to team a bunch of times and always a valued teammate, but just hadn't stayed on one team for very long.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Lee. And with Lee, you know exactly what you're going to get with his defense and shooting.
And Lee is always going to be a wanted commodity. His ability to defend and shoot aren't easy to find, and you just hope he's able to kind of settle into a long-term situation.
And the Knicks making a change here. Porzingis is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. The Magic have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Down low, here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Oh, I love the way Payton is always looking to swing the ball. I mean, he's constantly on the lookout for the ball reversal to help an open teammate get a shot. Oh, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
The Magic have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Doubled by Lee. Feeds it to Gordon. The three buries the long-range jumper. Gordon's got 13.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
And it's Porzingis that time on the assist from Jack.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Over to the wing. The shot by Spates. Nobody around. No good on the triple. Knicks on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And for the Magic, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Fournier passes to Payton. And they double up Payton. Here's Spates. And it's blocked. And they'll keep possession. Gordon dishes to Vucevic. A 3-ball, 4 on the clock. And the basket by Payton. 5 points in the game.
Man, Payton sees the game so well. When he has room for the catch and shoot, he doesn't hesitate or take long to get it off.
Cantor's shot is off. Guys, nothing has really come easy for him today.
Yeah, definitely not their best basketball.
On the wing, Hardaway. He's guarded by Fournier, and Hardaway gets it to go.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, no let up. The killer instinct on display, trying to put this team away. I love the tenacity.
And how about the fast hands and then getting right out in transition?
Well, turning defense into offense, Greg. Outstanding effort there. Swiped it away with ease, and off they went.
Pick by Vucevic. Here's Payton. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
Hey, when it comes to taking the ball to the basket, Payton is lethal. His speed combined with his length make him incredibly difficult to stop.
A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Doug McDermott in for Courtney Lee. Biyombo is checked in for Orlando. Augustine comes in for Payton. Magic shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field. Stolen by O'Quinn. Hardaway against Fournier. Hardaway, no good. Hardaway against Fournier. Knocked loose. And here is Hardaway. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Miami. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Vucevic. Growing up, Clark, you were Mr. Basketball USA, a national ranking. Be truthful. How dominant were you in high school in Cleveland, Ohio?
I was a really good high school player, considered one of the top 2 or 3 in the country in 1979, which was actually perhaps the best high school class ever. Documented by many who follow the game, Isaiah Thomas and Sam Bowie, James Worthy, Ralph Sampson. Dale Ellis, Terry Cummings, Dominique Wilkins. I could go on and on. A terrific class, and I was considered at the top of that class as a high school.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And New York making a change here. Ntilikina's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Simmons is checked in.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And Orlando coach Frank Vogel, an assistant coach and advanced scout for about a decade before his first head job with the Pacers, did a terrific job. He helped turn the Pacers into a powerhouse.
And he sinks the second. And the Pacers made the playoffs 5 out of 6 seasons under Coach Vogel. Conference best 56 wins in 2014.
Yeah, and I was there during some of those wonderful runs. And for many, it was a surprise to see the Pacers look in a different direction. But it is the nature of the business for head coaches, and the former general manager, president with the Pacers, felt like it was just time for a change. So Frank Vogel's in Orlando, has some talented pieces, and now it's just about trying to make those pieces fit.
To the wing right side. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam, because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they've played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Biyombo kicks to Augustine. Another miss by Orlando. The Knicks shooting in the second quarter has been superb. 58% from the field.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this.
But, you got to give them credit. I mean, they flipped the switch, and they're not looking back now.
Kicks it to Fournier. Dishes it to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Augustine in the corner. They need this. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Gordon's gone 5 of 13 tonight from the floor. Back to McDermott. Trying his luck deep, and the 3 ball is good. Ntilikina's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Biyombo dishes to Fournier. And here's Gordon from outside. That doesn't go either for Gordon.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, it's one of those days. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. Sometimes it's just not working for you.
Simmons left side. The shot will not fall. And here they come with 4
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
Boy, I'd love to get a replay on that one. Let's keep it handy so we can see it again.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. New York ahead, running away with it, and will return shortly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what an amazing performance the hometown fans are witnessing here tonight. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. New York was looking great right away. They had the upper hand early, defense and offense clicking, opening up an 8-2 run after the tip. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, it was all hands on deck, and what a show it was. Quality execution, good efficiency, some tremendous defensive play helped them take a decisive advantage, and they're running away with this one. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, it's no wonder they're getting blown out. No energy, no fight in the rebound battle. Ernie, you got to pick it up. You got to pick it up starting now, or it's going to be impossible to come back. Like the Pythagorean theorem, times 50, times 100, times 50, times 10. Impossible to figure out, Ernie.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Nice game. Great performance by Tim Hardaway Jr.
His points production thus far, off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. The Magic shooting for the game at 42%. So on the floor for Orlando, the big men are Gordon and Vucevic. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. And it's Simmons in at the 3.
Really, it's about valuing the possession. It seems like he's trying to manufacture offense out there rather than just letting the play develop.
And Jack kicks to Hardaway. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
This summer, a new front office taking over in Orlando after a rebuild effort that stretched back 5 seasons. Magic fans hoping they can get things headed in the right direction now.
And it's the Magic's ball. And Fournier kicks to Gordon. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Gordon for 3. Gordon with another miss. And for the Magic, do you think hiring a new GM will get the team headed, Clark, in the right direction?
Well, that's a good question, but I think that's a start. And again, alignment is so key when you talk about organizational success, from your ownership through your president, general manager, coaching staff. Everybody has to be committed to their alignment and culture. Their current structure has some overlap between business and basketball operations. I think that all has to be smoothed out. But one step at a time, one brick at a time.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question.
And he should be. I mean, remove all doubt. Get it down hard and simply.
Fournier for 3, sinks the three-pointer. Fournier's got 9.
And the quick release of Fournier, man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand. He's their go-to guy, and when he shoots the ball like he has today, that's what the scoreboard usually looks like.
Payton kicks to Gordon. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Here's Porzingis. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Clark, you've seen so many college and NBA games. What skill or mindset do you see as the best predictor for when a college player is going to be an NBA star?
Well, it's hard to predict stardom, but clearly things that transfer from a skill standpoint from college to the NBA, at least historically, have been the ability to rebound at a high rate. That seems to always make its way from college to the pro game. And then the proficiency of your skill set in terms of ball handling, shooting, and then I would say at the point guard position, the ability to run a team usually transfers. When you can get other people's shots and understand flow and time and score and situations, that doesn't leave you from the college to the pro game.
And so he hits both. The Magic have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Payton kicks to Vucevic. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. 14 points for him.
And Vucevic never plays outside of himself. I mean, when he has a clean look at the rim from the mid-range, he knows he's got the green light to shoot it.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Porzingis comes with the double team. Here's Payton. Vucevic. It's rebounded by New York. Jack's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Orlando's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Stolen by Cantor. And now the Knicks on the break. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That foul gives him 4, so he's got to settle down a bit.
Here's Payton. He has 7. Stolen by Cantor.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick, and what good work there to get in the way of it.
When he's creating like that, you like what Jared Jack brings to the party.
3rd quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. The Magic have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Poked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. And a look here at the shot chart for Hardaway.
And it's really been a tremendous night. He's been efficient. He's been a major driving force in this offense. And it's no small task to try to slow him down. Once he gets rolling, like we've seen in this game so far, watch out.
Payton passes to Simmons. Payton dishes to Vucevic. And Simmons slams it in.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
And you know, Greg, it's hard to ask for much more than that because they're getting to their spots and they're knocking down the shots.
And Vucevic kicks to Payton. There's a good screen. 3-pointer. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Payton outside. And they double up Gordon. He kicks it to Fournier. Picked by Vucevic. 9 feet out. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Fournier's got 11.
Can't say enough about Fournier. A highly efficient scorer that you can't leave open.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Payton with the ball. Now Jack defending. Payton passes to Vucevic. Fournier for three. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
Yeah, you know what? The defense can't keep giving him these looks. I mean, he looks really comfortable shooting from these spots on the floor.
Payton in the corner. Lee with the steal. And now here's Lee. The fast break opportunity.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Courtney Lee. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. And recently the NBA changed it so announcers for teams no longer get a vote in league awards. Not an easy decision for the league to make, Clark.
No, it wasn't an easy one, but I can understand that. There's always the potential for bias when you're associated with a particular team, but there's also some expertise that you no longer have now because of that rule. So it's a delicate balancing act, and I don't mind at least giving it a shot for the league to do it this way.
To the middle, and finished off by Hezonja.
Boy, and the bounceability of Hezonja. Man, he's incredible as a leaper. A great dunker when given room to launch. It's a constant refrain when you're talking about Elfrid Payton. He's got to improve his outside shot. Defenders are going to continue to dare him to shoot it when he's on the perimeter, and he's got to improve that part of his game.
Dish now to Spates over Beasley, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Lee. That one's not going to go. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. There's the feed to Simmons. Knicks with the rebound. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Pass to Hezonja. Poked away. Payton kicks to Hezonja. The three-pointer, no good. The Knicks shooting 70% from the floor. Truly incredible work from this offense tonight.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's the triple. And Maurice Spates the bucket on the assist by Payton.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, you know, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
There's the pass to Hezonja. There's the triple. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Well, I really like the way he's stroking the ball. I mean, knocking down a bunch of his shots and really being efficient.
Here's Vucevic, and it's blocked. Out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. Biombo is checked in for Vucevic. New York on D. Got a piece of it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Beasley. Now let's step back and look at the top passing teams in the NBA this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. 4th, the Magic. Number 5, the Knicks.
These two teams have really passed the ball well all season. They share it, they move it. It's really a pleasure to watch how they approach the game.
5 on the clock, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. A different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Cantor. Doug McDermott comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Ntilikina in for Jarrett Jack. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic. Here's Simmons. Another miss by Orlando.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter. Not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's what it looked like to me. I mean, he was way up there.
Beasley comes with the double team. Here's Azania, covered by Beasley. They get the rebound.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And the shot goes down. Ntilikina's got 11 points.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And Sessions with a clear path to the hoop. Yep, that one goes in there. Sessions has got his first bucket in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for New York.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
And there have been some terrible shots.
Oh, yeah! And, you know, the length of Ntilikina, man, takes long strides when he's driving inside to get past the defense. Fantastic stuff.
Got a piece of it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
We've got a moment now to see how the Magic are doing in the NBA rankings right now.
And let's go back to their place in terms of the assists. Cracking into the top 5 for me is an illustration of the cohesiveness with which they play offensively. No doubt this team's on the same page.
There's the screen. Here's Augustine. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls, and the Magic just went through, Clark, the worst 5-year stretch in franchise history.
Yep, and how about the 2nd worst winning percentage in the league? That's where they've been the last half-decade, and some failed trades, misses on some draft picks. They've got a really good young coach, though, I think, in Frank Vogel. Had some tough luck in the lottery along the way. At some point, you have to start creating and crafting your own luck, and I think they will. I really do. Frank has proven himself as a good coach. I think it's just a matter of time before the Magic start trending north.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Beasley comes with the double team. Pass to Augustine. 4 on the shot clock. Another steal. And a fast break now for New York. Nice shot by McDermott. McDermott's got 8 points.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the 2nd.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And Augustine kicks to Spates. Now Biyombo out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Simmons. No good on the triple.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch. Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage basket.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And, of course, the Orlando Magic, 3 games behind.
Well, I think for New York, hanging where they are, right in the middle of the standings, will not make things easy for them down the stretch.
Well, it figures to be a hectic finish to the season as they attempt to lock down a postseason berth. They've got very little margin for error the rest of the way.
Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 9.
He's been much more effective in the second half than he was in the first.
Beasley dishes to O'Quinn, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. Hardaway's checked in for the Knicks. Orlando also making some changes. Gordon's checked in for Spates. And Fournier subbed in for Jonathan Simmons. Both shots good from the stripe. 46 seconds left to play in the third. Gordon with the screen for Fournier. He dishes it to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. Can't hit that one. Here's New York. Here's O'Quinn. That one off the back iron and out.
He must hit that shot. I mean, the defense, non-factor. Very surprising he missed it.
And it's Gordon missing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. TJ Augustine picks one up.
Gentlemen.
The first one falls. And so O'Quinn nails both of them. And it's the Magic with the ball. Augustine with it. Stolen by O'Quinn. Pass to Ntilikina. Just 3 on the clock. He lays it in. Ntilikina's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Starting to come together for Ntilikina on the offensive end now. Picking his spots nicely. This guy is truly a special guard.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for New York. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. New York shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Ntilikina. Thomas is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's McDermott.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Mack. Augustine in the corner for the three. They get it back. That's tipped. Here's Ntilikina. Open and close and nails it. Ntilikina's got 21 in the game.
You got to respect the speed in transition here. I mean, Ntilikina knows how to get out ahead of the defense and create in the open floor.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Passes to Augustine. Traps in the tray.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. That one drops for them.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Magic moving the ball around. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
And league expansion is something that simply won't leave the conversation in the NBA right now, Clark. Do you think that the NBA adding another team or 2 is inevitable?
I don't think it's inevitable. As a matter of fact, I think we're at a good number where we are, Kevin. It's still the best league in the world, and I think you could dilute that a bit if you added teams. So I'm fine with where we are.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and a lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Augustine. No good on the second free throw.
And Ntilikina has a ton of potential, guys. A pass-first point guard with tremendous vision.
Picked by Vucevic and stolen by Thomas. To the paint. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And Mack kicks to Vucevic to the inside. It's good.
A smart, decisive pass inside there. He really made it easy for his teammate.
Feeds to Thomas. Kicks it to O'Quinn. And O'Quinn slams it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Stolen by O'Quinn. And a fast break now for New York. And O'Quinn slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 9 from the field down the stretch here in the fourth quarter. Terrific shooting. The shot's good from Ntilikina.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Here's Vucevic, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
It's obvious down in the paint is where Vucevic is most comfortable, just utilizing his size and strength against anybody who tries to defend him.
Yep, that one goes.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
Orlando, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Pass to Isaac. Fires from deep. Ntilikina with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Offensive rebound. Second chance shot, and the layup by Thomas.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Back to Mack. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. Afflalo with another miss.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Thomas, no good. Orlando's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. And it's Vucevic in the corner. And he's good on the three ball. Vucevic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I tell you, he has been lights out. Sadly, they're still behind. He needs his guys to step up.
Here's O'Quinn, and Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Isaac. Vucevic down low. Thomas is on him. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 9 points here in the second half. To the right side. Here's O'Quinn. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. Excellent awareness there, zipping the ball over to the perfect spot to score.
McDermott for 3. The second chance effort. The shot's good from O'Quinn. O'Quinn's got 21.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Vucevic. Good, and the nice assist from Mack. 23 points for Vucevic.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Thomas, no luck. Orlando's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Snatched up. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
And O'Quinn slams it in.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display.
Yes, sir. Power and grace. That had it all.
Ball's knocked loose. And the NBA has tinkered with the All-Star voting in recent years. Fans no longer get 100% of the say for the starters. Clark, how do you feel about that change?
I like it. I mean, again, the fans desire to be involved and should have an opportunity to be engaged in the voting because they're so important to the success and popularity of the league. So I like the fans having a piece of the voting. 100% is far too much, so I think the fact that you've got it weighted between fans and those who follow the league closely, along with coaches, is about the right blend to me.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
To the inside, lays it up and banks it in. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
It's stolen. Launches a 3. That one, no good. The Magic go the other way with it. Dishes it to Afflalo. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Knocked away. Stolen by O'Quinn. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
I could not say it any better, showing you some real focus, taking it inside against the bigger man.
Knocks it loose. There's the dish to Afflalo. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his third foul of the game. The Magic making a switch here. Spades is checked in. Now here's Matt, guarded closely. Clark, we've seen the bench celebration become almost an art form in the NBA over the past few seasons. Are you surprised this is a thing now?
Not at all. Again, when everything is captured and documented and you're going to have creativity and attention-grabbing celebration, so it's just part of the landscape.
Two shots. And that one falls for Ntilikina. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Here's Isaac. In the corner, Afflalo with it. Takes the three. Cans it from downtown.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
And, you know, this is the time to do it. Sinking triple after triple. And it ends up becoming contagious.
And he just punishes the D for falling asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, a little disorganized that time, and the result, 2 points in the loudest way possible.
Guys, there has to be better rim protection than that, though. Not very good.
Here's Ntilikina, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, man, Ntilikina, an impressive athlete. When he's deep inside, he's ready to ram it in.
Out to the right wing. Spates sets a screen. Three-pointer Augustine. It's rebounded by New York. Beasley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Ntilikina. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Ntilikina's got 12 now in this quarter.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
It's stolen by Sessions.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Knicks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And the loss earlier in the year must have stung a bit, because tonight they came out and made all the necessary adjustments, moving them to a record of 1 apiece here in this 4-game season series against the Magic.
Pass to Isaac. Just 5 on the clock. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Max checked in for Orlando. And so here's Orlando. Now here is Augustine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Magic need to get a shot off here. That one good for 2.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Ntilikina. It's hauled in by the Magic. 3 on 3. Here's Mack. And it's O'Quinn with the rebound.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
New York calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
You know, this is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're really just being conservative, making sure they don't make any last-minute mistakes, I guess. I mean, I have no idea. No idea.
Now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan Player of the Game.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He doesn't always get the minutes he's gotten tonight, but there's no way they were going to sit him down once he got going, and the crowd has been loving it. A memorable night for him coming off the bench. Seconds left in the fourth. Basket good.
And giving the fans what they came to see, a spirited performance.
Well, they've got to be pleased with the effort they've seen so far tonight. Everybody pitching in for what looks to be a solid W.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
The free throw drops for Augustine. No good on the second free throw. So no problem for New York as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time.